Okay, it's Tuesday, November 22nd. This is an end of the day SPY report. You can see here on the daily chart, we end up with a nice green bar strongly closing to the upside. We stayed above the midpoint of the prior day. We had a actionable signal in terms of the strat where you had a 2 down, 2 up kind of bar that then went to reach its initial targets up here. And in terms of the price action itself, it was kind of a classic type of a day where we had the red to green move and then the buy right here to start back up to take out the first bar in pre-market highs, and from there we just went up for the rest of the day without really any major pullback at all. So it was a directional day. It was kind of expected given that price had been moving up and then had just been consolidating for a while and really couldn't do anything to go lower and get a weekly 2 down and get the monthly chart green below the purple line, red below the purple line. We had this potential reversal week last week that we were looking possibly yesterday for a day that could have a chain reaction to set off a reversal, but it never developed. And therefore, this morning when we saw a price kind of drifting up towards the top of that pre-market range, this was certainly the expectation, and the market, price action-wise fell in line perfectly with all the expectations to now start a green bar to the upside. In terms of the weekly chart, we're still inside of last week, but we're closer now to kind of taking out that weekly high. With time to go. And then the monthly chart is even still in a condition where we have a little time left to reach our target up here, which was which we were looking at for the entire month of November. And even on some of the down days, we did have sort of an up bias in the bigger picture, and it was just a matter, since we had such a big green bar here on the weekly chart, we had to consolidate for a while. So there were actually a lot of good short trades here short term, but now that we didn't really take our eye off the ball, that the trend was still up and the targets are still here and potentially here. So anyway, very good day today in terms of the upside and in terms of price action that gave you a red to green move, stayed above the close of yesterday. I discussed that in the pre-opening video. If we just had a red move that stayed kind of above that and then turned green, that would be a classic buy opportunity. And then once it moved above the first bar high here, you knew the structure on the day was pointing up. And it was just with targets above. So once you kind of came up here, you still knew that this area up here was likely a target from the previous day, from stops that would be placed up there and even over here. So, it was a very clear day in terms of getting to the long side. Nice green bar, and now we're still looking for continuation higher up towards this target here, and then again, even on the monthly chart, we could be working our way up here until conditions change. So we're going to keep following this weekly chart. The only thing that can reverse this now is either some big gap down tomorrow below the midpoint of that bar heading lower, or maybe we start up tomorrow and then we come back to the halfway point of that bar. These are kind of reversal signs, but until we get that, we're just still biased to the upside, especially that we seem to be possibly breaking out of this consolidation area to the upside, or at least testing the top of that range to see if we continue or fail.